For real, my real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear.
They clear.
I'm shining from ear to ear.
I'm shining from ear to ear. Stand my ground, I ain't showing no fear. I done came up like the top of the stairs. These takers, they cannot compare. I'm in the crowd with the mosh pit. I hit the stage and it show. I'm in the game, I can't forfeit. Honestly, I'ma make more hits. Hop in the coupe and I swerve the latest. She get because I am the greatest. I stayed the same and then came out of changes. You wanna know what it's like to be famous? No, in public, skies me all of that. I'm ballin' like I got buckets. And they hate cause we stunt like nothing.
For real, my real for real.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 694. On second down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, it's Cook. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Four down. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Herring, left side, it's Dorsett. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Watch it now, Barney.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back to throw. Herring. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Herring. Dorsett making the catch. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 83 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Carr now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Marshall. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go counter with Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, Herring. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
637. What's up?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now, Barney! Hot! Over!
They pitch out to Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Leopard! Check Watching now, Barney.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Watching now, Barney. Over.
They'll give to Howard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Carr maybe with a free play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
98's now. 58, 98.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Carr. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tony Jefferson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for Oakland. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now here come the Ravens. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now Howard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Off the play fake. Herring. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Derek Barnett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken inside his own 40. Fancy footwork at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
To throw, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Pass the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones from 17 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Ravens taking the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Room here to run. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They run with Howard, and he's got Rome. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
To throw on 2nd down. Herring. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Running with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Try the right side of Howard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over. Check 4. Check front.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jordan Howard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here comes Johnson on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Get down. You ready? Hey, 7:34.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We're good.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. John Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders get a score closer. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before break. Herring, he's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney.
They go with Howard again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go!
Off play action. Herring. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Herring. Dorsett's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. And the Raiders are back within a score. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively, put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Herring. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Herring. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herring. Wide open receiver, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st and goal, Collins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Leopard! Leopard!
Looking to throw. Herring. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at this.
On 3rd and goal, Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They start the drive with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, here's Carr. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A give. This is Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back now in Baltimore. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, Dorsett. Philip Dorsett by himself. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Philip Dorsett saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
93.
From midfield, here's Carr. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Carr. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular and not get a first down out of it?
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's taken down inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. The left side completion to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr.
Doubling this guy has to be a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake. Herring. And the Raiders have got him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Herring. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Franklin ready to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
93.
This is Marshall. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 7:34. 6:37.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Watching that, Barney. Hot! Watching that, Barney. Hot!
On the give, running right is Howard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Shit. Who do you want? Hey. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
And they'll run it here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.